For years, the Seahawks' rushing attack remained largely unchanged. Its simple designs were far from the intricate complexity we see today. They sought to wear you down over the course of the game and break you by the fourth quarter. Big and gnarly, the prototypical Seahawks offensive lineman during this time could blast you off the line of scrimmage, mano-a-mano, or cut you down at the ankles using themselves like a 330-pound misshapen bowling ball. They were mean, and they didn't mess around. It wasn't complicated. They weren't looking to fool you or mystify with intricacies and diversity. As Marshawn Lynch once said,
"You running straight downhill. You know where we coming, and we know where y'all going to be lined up at. Now you just got to stop it."
With offensive coordinator Shane Waldron's arrival came a new style of blocking, one less enamored with the size of the lineman and more of a preference for mobility. To illustrate these differences, I wanted to show you two plays from two different eras. Both of these are pitch plays, but I want to show you some key differences between the Seahawks' old run blocking methods, which lasted here for well over a decade, to the new style they now run. Here's our first play from back in the old days. The Seahawks are in 22 personnel, which is 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. The Lions counter with a 4-3 with all 3 linebackers off ball. The safeties are showing a 2-high look. On the line, Detroit is running a wide 9 alignment. Let's quickly go through the order of responsibility. First, you've got Zach Miller, bottom of your screen. The tight end's going to have to take on the defensive end here, heads up. Then your left and right guard, James Carpenter and Paul McQuiston, respectively, are going to peel off down to the second level right after the snap, not messing about. This then leaves Max Unger with one hell of a tough draw. Ndamukong Suh in his prime with a little bit of a head start towards where the play is going to go. Max is going to try to cut Ndamukong Suh and is relatively successful on the play. This then leaves your wide receiver out on the far edge, Ben Obamanu, having to get down and hit the Sam linebacker on his block. Breno Giacomini, your right tackle, is going to pull out in space as the kick-out block on the cornerback. That then is going to leave your tight end, Anthony McCoy, to have to pick up the defensive end. Now, Michael Robinson is going to end up going right behind Breno Giacomini, and really this is well blocked to the play side here especially. But for me, this is a play that's really a representation of Marshawn Lynch's greatness rather than being so wonderfully blocked up. To the strong side of the play, everyone gets their man blocked up, except Paul McQuiston, who really misses his cut block badly, though using a savvy vet move, slightly trips the linebacker up by the back of his foot. Still, it does appear this linebacker's got a direct pathway to Marshawn. But Marshawn Lynch shows he had that extra gear he could engage and opens up the boosters in the open field for a touchdown. Now let's turn the page to modern times. And last season, the Seahawks once again faced the Lions, and we have another pitch play. The Seahawks have come out this time in 13 personnel, or 1 running back and 3 tight ends. The 3 tight end look was lethal for the Seahawks last season, and this play is a clear example as to why. Their impact is felt whether in the run or the pass. The Lions have countered with a 4-3 overlook, which calls for the Will linebacker on the line of scrimmage and the Sam linebacker off ball next to the mic. The strong safety is also down in the box, giving the Lions 9 defenders for the Seahawks 8 blockers. On the offensive formation, let's go again from the weak side to the strong side like we did before. On the previous play, we had Zach Miller matched up on the defensive end at the line of scrimmage, and he blocked him most of the play. Here, Seattle has modernized their approach by doing nothing. They ignore him. The pitch play is going so far to the other side of the field, and the running back is so fast, be it Rashad Penny in this case or Kenneth Walker, that this Will linebacker has no chance to impact the play unless he's got Von Miller's get off. Leaving the Will in no man's land, now the Seahawks have a stalemate in the number of blockers versus defenders, 8-8. Then the Lions' strong safety bails out of the box post-snap, and suddenly the Seahawks have the Lions by the mane with their 8-7 numbers advantage. Ignoring the Will linebacker allows Charles Cross to block down on the defensive end, and the Seahawks now begin to create a numbers game to one side of the field. The center, Austin Blythe, snaps the ball and takes 2 quick steps forward to impede the path of the one-tech defensive tackle. He positions himself there until left guard Damian Lewis can slide on in behind him, and then Blythe climbs to the second level. Both Charles Cross and Damian Lewis are taking lateral steps post-snap to keep themselves into a positional block, or a shield block. It's not the traditional assignment of driving a guy off the ball. The Lions' right defensive end and the one-tech are both dealing with the same issues that impacted the Will linebacker, albeit to a lesser degree. The play is going so far away from him the running back so fast that these shield blocks are enough for the play to hit. Farther down the line of scrimmage, the 3-tech defensive tackle has handed Gabe Jackson a gift, shooting the A-gap and adding himself to the pile of Lion defenders on that side of the field who will be too far away from the play to impact it. Aiden Hutchinson adds to the Lions' problems, also shooting the inside gap and giving Abraham Lucas a win on this play, even though technically you could say he lost the rep. The tight ends really take care of business on this play. Noah Fant hits his kick-out block with ease. Will Disley takes care of the Sam linebacker while also then making sure to take care of Lucas's potential Aiden Hutchinson issue by throwing the Sam at Aiden. This leaves Colby Parkinson to figure out on the fly who he needs to pick up. His pre-snap read probably indicated he needed to handle the strong safety, but since the safety bailed post-snap out of the box, Parkinson gets to his spot and sees that Austin Blythe is a little tardy in reaching his second-level block on the Mike linebacker. Colby picks up his teammate and walls off the linebacker just long enough to create the alleyway. When I pause the tape right here, notice the amount of Seahawks blockers turn sideways, not going forward or trying to drive the defender backwards. It's a scheme about using leverage and angles against the defense. It becomes less about who's the biggest and baddest on the block and more about who can get to a spot faster or what kind of particular block is required for the individual play. Not everyone is a nail, and not every lineman required to be a hammer. As they say, work smarter, not harder. And good luck dealing with the Seahawks rushing attack in 2023. My name is Brandon Kane. This is the Hawks Nest. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, but beyond all that, don't you ever forget. Go Hawks!